Hello everyone, the December review here, back again with a movie review. Today, we have the surreal new film starring Annie Clark, aka St. Vincent, and Carrie Brownstein. Minor spoilers ahead, and if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel for more. While directing a documentary of St. Vincent's life on tour, Carrie finds that the offstage version of a rock superstar isn't as interesting as she had hoped. Carrie asks Annie to spice things up a bit, and well, St. Vincent obliges, and the lines between real, fake, and friendship are blurred to its thinnest point.
You get it?
Yep.
One of the reasons why I wanted to make a documentary in the first place is because I would finally be in control of the narrative.
There's a moment in the Nowhere Inn where St. Vincent meets a fan backstage who proceeds to recount a somber tale on how much her music means to her. The fan's tears are interrupted as St. Vincent begins to cry herself, so much so that the fan becomes the one to console her. There's another scene where St. Vincent is convinced her audience's reactions at her shows aren't so much about her, rather she is just a vessel for their feelings. At her next show, she proceeds to stand on stage alone, sans guitar. The confused audience screams for her to play something. She replies no, as the screen flickers into a match point, a flickering light, and burning effects. The Nowhere Inn is a fascinating film. Those two moments are good examples of the deconstruction of walls, real or imagined, in the movie. It's directed by Bill Benz, who also directed many episodes of Portlandia. With Carrie here as well, that show's aesthetic is a familiar tone in the film. So Annie wants to film life on the road, and Carrie gets full reins on the production. The two friends wax poetically about their careers and life. Once the cameras start to roll, it's clear that the life of Annie isn't as intense as the stage presence of St. Vincent.
I was hoping to get a little after show footage.
Y'all just did. Double word score.
Damn it.
Read 'em and weep.
The film shifts from pleasant documentary to David Lynch madness once Annie overhears some disparaging remarks about her. She goes into full avant-garde mode, towing the line between diva and art, and making life as difficult as she can for Carrie. The movie is its own entity, playing somewhere between Spinal Tap, The Last Waltz, and Twin Peaks, with emphasis on Twin Peaks. For most of its runtime, we are entered into a world of acid trip transitions. The split in Annie creates tension for Carrie, putting stress on their friendship, but also on the documentary and her home life, where her father is ill. Once the switch goes off, there are only vague moments where we see hints of the humanized person that Annie was. This point is driven home when Carrie asks about a day off to visit her father, but the request is turned away. One could take the film as a satirical look on the trappings of successful art versus the person you are when the lights go down. And this is literally on display at one point as Annie is on stage racing through a cavalcade of endless stage curtains, throwing them open one by one until she can finally catch up to herself. It's as metaphorical as you can get, but also quite fun to watch. These types of moments are layered throughout the movie, showcasing the detailed time that went into creating its story. And while the film does have its funny moments, a bit about St. Vincent wigs being the only merch showed at her shows is fantastic, I found most of it to be quite serious in nature. The overall dark tone casted a pretty big net over its characters as we shift through one dreamlike sequence to the next. The mounting tension eventually engulfs Carrie, who begins to question everything around her.
I don't think I know what we're doing.
I can't elicit anything authentic from you anymore.
What story did you think we were trying to tell? Your story. Of course.
We do get a handful of extended live songs. As a performer, St. Vincent is an exceptional songwriter and guitar player. Her stage presence is palpable, and the dynamics within her music is equally prolific. Unlike other docs where the songs can sometimes go on for too long, it feels like here there could have been more music included. The movie's title song is played throughout, almost taking on a new meaning with each pass. The friendship between the pair crosses over to the screen quite well. So much so that as Annie pushes Carrie away, that emotional response is there for the viewer. Carrie does great work in the increasingly beleaguered role. Her family dynamic feels a bit forced at times, but it's there to help set up the pressure of creating the documentary. In hindsight, that could be part of the film's master plan. St. Vincent is no stranger to playing the part. Look no further than her most recent concept album and video releases for Daddy's Home to illustrate her acting work. She never looks out of place in The Nowhere Inn, hamming it up at times and doing a great job at highlighting parts of her real world. Behind the camera, Benz gets to work in multiple formats. There's the documentary, complete with office-style close-ups and cracked video footage. There is also the live shows that gaze into Annie's laser focus on stage. And of course, the mind-bending moments where everything we see feels like a dream. Like the room filled with TVs or the fake family western sing-along. It's all great work. Overall, The Nowhere Inn is a must-own for fans of St. Vincent, but you don't have to be a fan to enjoy the film. While the subject matter may be based on the life of a musician, the themes that the film hit upon can resonate in everyone's space of reality. It also just so happens to be a really interesting and fun film filled with trippy set pieces and an amazing score. I thoroughly enjoyed The Nowhere Inn, and I give it 4.5 out of 5 stars.
All I can say is that somewhere along the way, things went terribly wrong.
If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel for more, and let me know your thoughts on the film in the comments section below.